Okay, there are 60 participants. Okay, 60 are there. I will start. Okay. Can you see my screen? Everyone, can you see my screen? Okay, okay, we'll start. So, yesterday we had started with asphyxia. We had started with asphyxia. So, asphyxia is a condition in which oxygen supply to the blood and to the tissues is reduced. And it is because of interference with respiration. Now, in forensic medicine, what we are going to study in forensic medicine, oxygen lack because of mechanical interference with respiration. Anything that will cause obstruction to the respiration will ultimately hamper the oxygenation of the blood and will lead to the clinical features what are collectively called as asphyxia. So we have seen the asphyxia passes through the three stages. So three stages of asphyxia are inspiratory dyspnea, where patient will have difficulty in inspiration. Then it will be followed by expiratory dyspnea. Expiratory is a passive movement, or it is a passive activity where no much efforts are required, but expiration will also become very difficult. Ultimately it will cause clouding of consciousness. Patient can have convulsions, and now the cyanosis will become more severe. And third stage is respiratory paralysis, where because of lack of oxygen in the blood, because of lack of oxygen in the blood, the respiratory center will be paralyzed, there will be loss of consciousness, and all the muscles will become flaccid and reflexes will be lost. So these are the three stages. Now, what are the signs of asphyxia? Clinically, how will you come to know that the person is having asphyxia? So three important signs of asphyxia are cyanosis, increased capillary permeability, and petechial hemorrhage. So these are the three important groups. These are the three important groups of clinical features. So we'll see one by one. Can you read properly on the screen? Can you read properly? This much zoom is, yeah, this much zoom is enough. I have zoomed it so that everyone should be able to read it properly. You can see, read properly. Okay, so we will see the three signs of asphyxia, three stages of asphyxia. How you will come to know clinically that the person is having asphyxia. So first is cyanosis. We have seen because of inadequate oxygenation. Because of inadequate oxygenation, what will happen? The tissues and all the parts organs of the body will be devoid of oxygen, and will be manifested clinically as cyanosis. So it is because of reduced oxygen tension in the blood and rise in reduced hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the main medium for transport of oxygen. So the hemoglobin will not contain adequate amount of oxygen, so that what we call it as reduced hemoglobin, where the oxygen is not there. So reduced oxygen tension in the blood. What is the normal oxygen tension in the blood? Means how it should be. Now in this corona pandemic, you have heard, seen so many times, कितना होना चाहिए oxygen tension normally? Anyone? वो ऑक्सीमीटर में पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर रहता है ना, तुम लोगों ने भी कई बार चेक किया रहेगा, गवर्नमेंट गवर्नमेंट के लोग भी घर पे आके चेक करते हैं. Yes, it has to be above 95, 90, above 95, above 95. It has to be above 98, 99, like that. So that what we call it as SpO2. SpO2. That is the oxygen tension in the blood. And when the cyanosis occurs, when the oxygen present in the blood is less, the blood will appear purple or dark in color. The blood will become dark. And, generally, naturally, it is bright red. It is bright red in color, but because of deoxygenation, the blood will appear purple or dark in color. Then capillary dilatation will occur. Capillary dilatation. Now these are the stages of changes that will take place because of cyanosis. Capillary dilatation will cause stasis. Capillaries will dilate. So large amount of blood will get accumulated in the vessels. What we call it as stasis. Because of stasis, venous return to the heart will be reduced because large amount of blood will get accumulated in the capillaries or in the small vasculature. It will cause reduced venous return to the heart. Ultimately, blood going to the lung will be low. Blood amount of blood that is going to the lungs will be reduced, and so pulmonary flow is slow and decrease, and it will worsen the oxygenation, and the condition will be worsened. So capillary dilatation will cause stasis of blood. So amount of blood that is going to the right heart will be low. Ultimately, amount of blood going to the lungs will be low. So further there will be inadequate oxygenation of the blood, and it will cause worsening of the condition. So the vicious cycle will go on. So this is cyanosis. Second stage will be increased capillary permeability. Now we have seen large amount of blood will get accumulated in the vessels, in the capillaries. So what will happen? The capillary permeability will be increased because of increased blood pressure within the capillaries. The capillary permeability will be increased. That is because of stasis as well as anoxia, because anoxia will first affect the vessel wall. Anoxia will first affect the wall of the all the vessels, and that's why large amount of fluid will leak. Large amount of fluid will leak into the extravascular compartment. So increased capillary permeability is because of two causes. One is because of stasis. Stasis will cause increased blood pressure, and anoxia. Anoxia will damage the capillary endothelium. Anoxia will damage the wall of the capillaries, and large amount of fluid will leak into the extravascular compartment. So fluid will transudate into the tissues and ultimately into the tissue spaces. It causes gelatinous moistening of the brain. So this type of leakage will cause moistening of the brain as well as moistening of the myocardium, and excess fluid will occur in pleura and pericardium, which will further make breathing and cardiac activity difficult. And there can be edema in some tissues because of leakage of large amount of fluid in the extravascular compartments. There will be edema of some tissues. And third, very important clinical manifestation of aspexia is petechial hemorrhage, also called as Tardieu spots. Tardieu spots is asked as a 2-mark question. It is very commonly asked as a 2-mark question. So petechial hemorrhage is patchy hemorrhage, spotty or patchy hemorrhage or patchy bleeding. So it is because of anoxia, because of stasis and increased capillary permeability. Anoxia और stasis की वजह से क्या होने वाला है? Increase capillary permeability. So increase capillary permeability and increase intracapillary pressure की वजह से large amount of blood will leak into the extravascular compartment, and it will be manifested as spotty or patchy bleeding or patchy hemorrhage called as Tardieu spots. So these Tardieu spots are round, dark and well defined patches, look like pin's head की तरह दिखेंगे, or maybe even larger. In case of severe cases they can be large, or the Tardieu spots just beside each other will coalesce and will form larger Tardieu spots. It mainly occurs in least supported capillary. Least supported capillaries means the capillaries which are running in the loose tissue. In the loose tissue like face. हमारे चेहरे की स्किन एकदम सॉफ्ट रहती है ना, around the eyes or on the cheek, it is very soft. So here the Tardieu spots will be seen prominently. Conjunctiva. So अगर किसी पेशेंट को एस्पेक्सिया होता है तो उसकी आंखें लाल हो जाएगी, रेड शॉट आईज, because of large amount of blood will leak into the conjunctiva. Heart and lung surfaces, and also in the brain, these are also very loose and soft tissues. And it is also seen in those areas where capillary pressure rises rapidly. I have given one example in the bracket. Above the level of constriction of neck. Now in case of hanging, in case of strangulation, अगर गले में गला दबाया, हाथ से गला दबाया या हैंगिंग में रस्सी से या किसी चीज से अगर गला दबा दिया तो क्या होगा? Superficial veins of the neck like internal jugular, external jugular, all these veins in the neck will be compressed. So what will happen? Blood pressure on the above the level of strangulation, मतलब जिस लेवल पे गला दबाया गया है उसके ऊपर के जो वेन्स है, मतलब which veins? Internal jugular, external jugular, facial veins, then intracranial vessels, they all will be under pressure. So above the level of constriction of the neck, where the intracapillary pressure rises very rapidly at this site, तो चेहरे पे आंखें blood shot हो जाएगी. So eyes will become red, conjunctiva will become red, face, cheek and all those facial parts will also show prominent or massive hemorrhages, spotty or patchy hemorrhages called as tardive spots. So tardive spots will be seen in those area where intracapillary pressure rises rapidly. The example, अबव द लेवल ऑफ कंस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ नेक, तो गला दबाने की वजह से या तो हैंगिंग की वजह से किसी की मौत होती है, तो द पार्ट अबव द लेवल ऑफ strangulation, that is face, head, where the petechial hemorrhages will be seen rapidly and prominently. It is well seen in फेयर स्किन्ड पर्सन, मतलब गोरे लोगों में वो ब्लीडिंग के स्पॉट्स तुरंत दिखाई देंगे, और डार्क स्किन पर्सन में कम दिखेगा. Then it is visible in fresh, now this is medico legally very important, visible in fresh bodies. If the person is dead recently, hardly कुछ घंटे ही हुए हैं किसी आदमी को मर के, maybe because of hanging or by any other mean of asphyxia, that we'll see further what are the different ways of asphyxia. So if any person is dead just a few hours before, these tardive spots will be visible nicely, एंड दे विल डिसअपियर ऑन प्यूट्रीफैक्शन. मतलब जैसे जैसे बॉडी का प्यूट्रीफैक्शन 24 घंटे के बाद जैसे जैसे बॉडी का प्यूट्रीफिकेशन और व्हाट वी कॉल डिकम्पोजिशन, बॉडी का सड़ना चालू हो जाएगा, these tardive spots will disappear. Then it is found in other forms of death like acute hemorrhage, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा hemorrhage की वजह से कोई आदमी मरता है, scurvy, purpura, these all are bleeding disorders. Scurvy is, what is scurvy? Scurvy is caused because of anyone? Yes, because of yes, so because of deficiency of vitamin C, again those capillary damages occur, and bleeding gums. So those petechi can be seen. Purpura. What is purpura? Last time also I had asked you what is purpura. Purpura is a bleeding disorder. It is a it is a bleeding disorder. It is a bleeding disorder where again that subcutaneous or submucosal hemorrhages occur, patchy hemorrhages occur. Hemophilia. What is hemophilia? Anyone? What is hemophilia? No one. It is again a bleeding disorder. Hemophilia is again a bleeding disorder where person goes on bleeding from anywhere. Slightest trauma also causes massive bleeding. So here also the patchy hemorrhages can be seen. Coronary thrombosis, that is heart attack, massive heart attack, and poisoning. In certain poisoning, the tardive spots can be seen, and also in some electric shocks. In electric shock, अगर electric shock current बैठता है किसी को, it can also cause these tardive spots. So not only asphyxia, there are other conditions where tardive spots can be seen. Tardive spots are not seen in case of drowning. Now drowning is a type of asphyxia. Drowning is a type of asphyxia. पानी में मर के अगर किसी की मौत होती है, so that death is because of asphyxia only. So this is the only type of asphyxia where there will not be tardive spots. So tardive spots are absent in case of drowning. Got the three clinical groups or clinical presentation or signs of asphyxia. Cyanosis, that is because of reduced oxygen tension in the blood and reduced hemoglobin. Then increased capillary permeability will cause excessive loss of fluid and blood into the extravascular compartments, giving rise to the clinical feature called as tardive spots, or petechial hemorrhage. So this tardive spots is also asked as a spotting. It is also asked in your practical exam as spotting. What is tardive spots? Got the clinical presentation or signs of asphyxia, everyone? Or should I repeat? Got everyone? Please reply. Okay. One is saying yes sir, one is saying no sir. I don't know what you are saying. Okay, so three stages, I'll just revise in short. Three stages of aspexia are inspiratory dyspnea, where patient will have difficulty in inspiration. As it will become severe, patient will have difficult expiration also, that is expiratory dyspnea. And lastly, patient will have respiratory paralysis. Then signs of aspexia are grouped as: first sign will be cyanosis, will be followed by increased capillary permeability because of increased stasis of blood in the vessels and leakage of blood because of vascular endothelium, and petechial hemorrhages, that is tardive spots. So it is because of anoxia, stasis and increased capillary permeability. So these are the three signs of aspexia. So aspexia can be asked as a separate 10 mark question: what is aspexia, or what are the stages and signs of aspexia, explain in detail, maybe hanging, or explain in detail suffocation, explain in detail, like that. There are so many types of aspexia are there. So aspexia can be asked as a separate 10 mark question along with any of the types or mechanism of aspexia. Now we will see what will be the post-mortem appearance. If any person dies by aspexia, what will be the post-mortem appearance? So while doing the post-mortem examination, you will see intense venous congestion, because we have seen large amount of blood will get accumulated in the capillaries, in the small vasculature. Large amount of blood will get accumulated, that is because of that stasis of blood. So intense venous congestion and cyanosis with pronounced post-mortem lividity. तो यहाँ post-mortem lividity बहुत बाकी की डेथ्स में एज कम्पेयर टू द अदर डेथ्स post-mortem lividity will be more pronounced, क्योंकि large amount of blood will be available in the vessels. It will easily gravitate on the dependent parts of the body and causing pronounced post-mortem lividity. वो जितना prominently रहेगा बाकी के deaths में. In case of aspexia, post-mortem lividity will be more pronounced. Petechial hemorrhages will be seen on the face, on the conjunctiva, on other parts of the body. The petechial hemorrhages will be seen, and cardiac dilatation. Cardiac dilatation will also be seen on opening the heart. Then external features. Externally what we will see, swollen and cyanosed face with petechi. There will be spotty hemorrhage, जैसे dot 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 देखेंगे blood के. So that is swollen and cyanosed face with petechi. Then congestion and prominent eyeballs. Eyeballs एकदम ऐसे protruding eyeball with injected conjunctiva. Injected means the, as it will look as if the conjunctiva have been injected with blood. एकदम red shot eyes दिखेंगी. So red shot conjunctiva. So eyeball will be congested and prominent, and conjunctiva will be bright red. They will be bloodshot conjunctiva. Lips, ears, fingers will be cyanosed because of cyanosis. Because of cyanosis, deoxygenated blood that is circulating. Lips, ears and fingers will be cyanosed. Neck vessels will be prominent because large amount of blood is on the venous side. Large amount of blood is present on the venous side, so neck veins will be seen prominently. There will be blood stained frothing from mouth and that is characteristic feature of aspexia. So in all the deaths of aspexia there will be blood stained froth. ऐसा झाग फेस येतो तोंडातून नाकातोंडातून, that will be blood stained. Blood stained frothing from mouth and nose. Tongue will be swollen. म्हणजे गळ्याभोवती काही असेल, मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ हँगिंग, स्ट्रँग्युलेशन, इन दिस केसेस जीभ बाहेर येते ना, and that will be bitten. So tongue will be swollen and it might be bitten between the teeth. Hands will be tightly clenched, and there can be evidence of cadaveric spasm. Cadaveric spasm, no relaxation of the muscle, that is seen before rigor mortis. No, you know the three stages: first primary relaxation followed by rigor mortis and then secondary relaxation. But in case of aspexia, patient may, that dead body may not undergo the stage of primary relaxation. All the muscles will directly get into the cadaveric spasm without primary relaxation, and this cadaveric spasm that doesn't relax, so it will never undergo into secondary relaxation. It will remain in the spastic condition. So cadaveric spasm will be there, so hands will be tightly clenched. The sphincters may be relaxed, and that's why urine feces may have been passed. So at the time of death all the sphincters will be relaxed because of aspexia, and so that person may pass urine or feces. Post-mortem lividity is very private, we have seen, because large amount of blood is present in the venous side. Post-mortem lividity will be prominent and it will be purple in color as compared to the usual color. It will be dark and purple color. and there might be rise in the body temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius even after death. This thing we have seen in post-mortem caloricity in case of cooling of the body. In the chapter cooling of the body, in early signs of death we have seen cooling of the body. Generally, depending upon the surrounding temperature, after death the body goes on cooling. But if the person dies by asphyxia, there will be increase in the body temperature even after death. That is called as post-mortem caloricity. We have seen their example while discussing the topic post-mortem caloricity. We have seen, I had told you the example of post-mortem caloricity is asphyxia. Asphyxia, then pontine hemorrhage, death by sunstroke. You remember causes of post-mortem caloricity? Death by sunstroke, pontine hemorrhage, or in Naxomica poisoning where the person is dead by convulsions, and asphyxia. These are the causes of post-mortem caloricity where the temperature of the body rises even after death. And post-mortem lividity is prominent, early, and dark in color, that is purple in color. Then internal changes, internal post-mortem changes when the dead body is opened while performing the post-mortem examination. When the dead body is opened, the dark blood will be darker in color because of it is deoxygenated blood will be dark in color, it will be more fluid, it coagulates slowly. The coagulation occurs slowly because of increased fibrinolysin, and right heart is distended with blood. Right heart is distended with blood and left is empty. Why? Because large amount of blood has stagnated or gathered on the venous side. And you know, right heart, right atrium, right ventricle, it mainly contains the deoxygenated blood. It contains deoxygenated blood, and the amount of blood that is going to the lung is also reduced. So right heart will be loaded with the blood and left heart is empty. Large veins will be full with the blood. We have seen the blood gets accumulated in the vessel. That's why large veins will be full with blood. Lungs are engorged and congested. That is because of pulmonary edema. Because of pulmonary edema, lungs will be congested. Then on cut section, when the lungs are cut with the knife, it will show frothy blood stained fluid, large amount of frothy blood. We have seen in the fluid, the blood stained froth is coming out from mouth and nose. So large amount of frothy blood stained fluid will be accumulated in the lungs. Then bronchi and trachea, when the bronchi and trachea is opened, when the bronchi are dissected, they will also be filled, the whole respiratory tract will be filled with the blood stained froth. And there will be petechiae on the lungs and heart. Petechial hemorrhage will be there on the lungs and heart. Abdominal viscera, because they are soft organs, these are soft organs, and least supported vessels are there. So abdominal viscera like stomach, small intestine, large intestine, liver, spleen, which are highly vascular, they all will show the changes or the signs of petechiae. So that spotty bleeding will be seen in abdominal viscera. Meninges will also be congested, and petechial hemorrhages will be seen on the abdominal viscera and meninges. So these all are the things that you will find on post-mortem examination. So externally there will be prominent and congested eyeballs with red injected conjunctiva, prominent neck vessels, clenched hand, increased body temperature even after death, and prominent post-mortem lividity. These are some important and prominent features of asphyxia that you will see on post-mortem examination. And when you will open the body, there will be whole respiratory tract or whole bronchial tree will be filled with froth. It will be filled with blood stained froth, and there will be petechial hemorrhage. Petechial hemorrhage or tardive spots will be seen on all the abdominal viscera, meninges, and also on the lungs and heart. These are prominent and important feature which will be suggestive of the death has occurred by asphyxia. Got everyone? You are getting what is asphyxia? समझ में आ रहा है? And please, if you have any difficulty, please, yes, you can immediately unmute yourself and you can ask me if you have any query or if you have not understood any point. You can immediately interrupt me and ask me. So clear everything up to here, because this is the general term. I tell you, this is the general heading, asphyxia. Now, after that, we will see the types of death or the deaths which are caused because of asphyxia. So first one is hanging. हैंगिंग के बाद स्ट्रैंगुलेशन आएगा, उसके बाद ड्राउनिंग आएगा, उसके बाद सफोकेशन, choking, and so many types of deaths are there which are asked as a separate 5 mark short note or also 10-mark question. So hanging is asked as a 10-mark question. So there can be, I tell you, there can be a 10-mark question like, what are the stages of asphyxia? Explain in detail hanging. Or what are the clinical features of or signs of asphyxia? Explain in detail medico legal aspect of hanging. Like this. So asphyxia के ऊपर पहला कोई तो जनरल सवाल होगा, and it will be combined with any of the types of asphyxia like hanging, strangulation, drowning, whatever. और इस चैप्टर में से एक 10 मार्क का क्वेश्चन होता ही है. There is always one 10-mark question from this chapter. And hanging is very commonly asked. Okay, then today we will just start with hanging. I think it may not be completed, but let us see. I will try to finish it. Hanging. Okay, so hanging is death by suspension of body. Death by suspension of body by ligature around the neck. गले गले में कोई तो फंदा डाल के वो बॉडी को लटका देना, दैट इज हैंगिंग. सो डेथ बाय, नाउ यू नो हैंगिंग का तुम्हें मतलब मालूम है, लेकिन हाउ टू राइट इट इन प्रॉपर वर्ड्स, इन डेफिनेशन हाउ टू राइट इट इन प्रॉपर वर्ड्स, यू विल हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस. सो डेथ बाय सस्पेंशन ऑफ बॉडी, बॉडी को लटका के, कैसा लटकाना है, बाय लाइगेचर अराउंड द नेक. सो डेथ बाय सस्पेंशन ऑफ बॉडी बाय लाइगेचर अराउंड द नेक, कंस्ट्रिक्शन फोर्स बीइंग वेट ऑफ द बॉडी, बॉडी के वेट की वजह से उसका गला दब जाएगा, उसके गले में जो भी बांधा है उसकी वजह से गला दब जाएगा एंड द पर्सन विल डाई. सो डेथ बाय सस्पेंशन ऑफ अ बॉडी बाय लाइगेचर अराउंड द नेक and the constricting force is weight of the body. when the feet do not touch the ground, मतलब वो आदमी को लटकाने के बाद छत से, पेड़ से या किसी भी चीज से उस आदमी को लटकाने के बाद, when feet are not touching the ground, when feet do not touch the ground, that means the whole body is hanging, the whole body is completely hanging in the air. When the feet do not touch the ground and weight of the body is the constricting force, it is called as complete hanging. Now these are 2-mark questions. When the feet do not touch the ground, the whole body is hanging freely in the air with ligature around the neck, and the weight of the body is working as a constricting force. तो बॉडी की वेट की वजह से उसका गला जोर से दब रहा है, वो लाइगेचर की वजह से. That type of hanging where the feet are not touching the ground is called as complete hanging. तो अभी कुछ कुछ hanging ऐसे भी होते हैं जिसमें that person is resting on the ground, या तो उसके घुटने जमीन पर टिके हुए हैं, पैर जमीन पर टिके हुए हैं. So weight of the body is not working as the constricting force, but weight of the head. Feet are touching the ground. So lean position में भी हो सकता है ऐसा, थोड़ा सा lean होगा या completely एक side पे bent होगा. So feet touching the ground and weight of the head is working as constricting force. It is called as partial hanging, क्योंकि body पूरी तरह से air में hanging नहीं है. So feet touching the ground and weight of the head. Now you know respiratory tract, it is very delicate part in the front of the neck. थोड़े से प्रेशर की वजह से भी वो दब सकता है. सो व्हाट आई मीन टू टेल हियर, द वेट ऑफ द हेड इज आल्सो इनफ टू कंस्ट्रिक्ट द विंड पाइप. वेट ऑफ द हेड, सो पूरा बॉडी का ही वेट होना चाहिए ऐसा नहीं है, ओनली द वेट ऑफ द हेड इज आल्सो इनफ for the constriction of the neck or constriction of the windpipe. So when the feet are touching the ground and weight of the head is working as a constricting force, that is called as partial hanging. So got the terms, complete hanging where the weight of the body is working as constricting force, and partial hanging where weight of the head is working as the constricting force. Now there is one more term is there, typical hanging, that is ligature is exactly in the midline above the thyroid cartilage and it is running symmetrically upwards on both sides to occipital region. Okay, I will just explain you what is typical hanging. Okay, can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, I'll tell you what is typical hanging. So the ligature mark is above the thyroid cartilage. Ligature mark is above the thyroid cartilage and it is running symmetrically upwards and backwards. That is parallel to line of mandible. You can say parallel to line of mandible towards the both the occipits. No, sorry, what we call it as mastoids, towards the both the mastoids. Joining, people joining. चलो चलो आ जाओ बच्चे लोग जल्दी. 34, 35, चलो जल्दी. Okay, should I continue? 40. अरे आ रहे हैं अभी बच्चे आ रहे हैं अभी. 41. Rajesh, mute yourself. Rajesh, mute yourself. Sushant. Okay. The second part, when I restart the meeting, I think attendance decreases. Huh? Attendance considerably decreases. People don't join after that break of upgrading the meeting. Okay, I think I should start. Should I start? Okay, okay, let people come late. I will start. Okay, so what is typical hanging? Hanging. You can see me? I haven't yet shared the screen. Uh, Okay, okay. So the ligature mark is above the thyroid cartilage and it is running symmetrically upward. दोनों साइड से एक जैसा. The ligature mark is running symmetrically upward towards the both the mastoids. So that is called as typical hanging. तो पीछे से ऐसा ऊपर जाएगा. So that is typical hanging. And what will be a typical hanging? एनी वेरिएशन इन दिस स्टैंडर्ड टिपिकल हैंगिंग इज कॉल्ड एज अ टिपिकल हैंगिंग. तो ये छोड़ के अगर लाइगेचर मार्क ऐसा नहीं है, ये छोड़ के दूसरा कोई भी जगह पे है, ऑफ कोर्स कोई भी जगह पे मतलब नेक पे, इन द नेक ओनली. सो एनी वेरिएशन आउट ऑफ दिस और अदर देन दिस स्टैंडर्ड ligature, what we call it as typical ligature mark or typical hanging, that other part types are called as atypical hanging. तो कैसे भी हो सकता है, that can be above, below, आड़ा टेढ़ा किस भी जगह पे वो compression हो सकता है. I'll just share the screen and we'll go to the notes. अरे कहाँ गया? Okay, this is it. Got. Typical hanging is ligature mark is exactly in the midline. आगे से फ्रंट में exactly in the midline above the thyroid cartilage and it is running symmetrically upwards on both the sides to occipital region. Mastoid की बाजू से parallel to line of mandible, parallel to the body of mandible, going towards both the mastoid towards the occiput. That is typical hanging. And just I told you, atypical hanging, any variation to this standard ligation, any variation to this standard ligation is called as atypical hanging. Now symptoms, अभी symptoms, you know, कोई भी hanging के बाद the person dies within a few minutes, hardly within a few minutes, or within a few seconds the person gets unconscious. That's why the symptoms are very rapid. A few symptoms which have been recorded are flashes of light before the eyes, ringing in the ears, and immediate unconsciousness followed by death. And if the unconsciousness is so rapid that just I told you, the unconsciousness after hanging is so rapid that person cannot escape even he wants to escape. समझो कोई सुसाइड के लिए हैंगिंग कर रहा है और हैंगिंग करने के बाद अभी वो डर गया या बाय एनिमी ही डजंट वांट टू कमिट द सुसाइड, अगर वो खुद को बचाना भी चाहता है, दैट पर्सन विल नॉट बी एबल टू एस्केप हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ because immediately will get unconscious, the person will become unconscious. So symptoms are flashes of light before the eyes, ringing in the ears, and immediately will become unconscious and die. Now very important thing, this is asked as a 5-mark short note, causes of death in case of hanging. If hanging is not asked as a 10-mark question, there can be a 5-mark short note also. What are the medico legal aspect of hanging or what are the causes of death by hanging? तो hanging की वजह से आदमी किस चीज की वजह से मरेगा? हैंगिंग तो हुआ है, दिख रहा है हैंगिंग हुआ है. व्हाट इज द कॉज ऑफ डेथ? फर्स्ट इज कोमा. कोमा इज बिकॉज ऑफ सेरेब्रल एनोक्सिया कॉज्ड बाय आर्टेरियल ऑक्लूजन. नाउ व्हाट इज द ब्लड सप्लाई ऑफ द ब्रेन? For this first point, cerebral anorexia, you should know what is the blood supply of the brain. Anatomy. What is the blood supply of brain? Which arteries are going from neck? From neck towards the brain? Are simple. Which important artery is going through the neck? Via neck? Which? Vertebral artery. Internal carotid is more important in case of hanging. In case of hanging, internal carotid is more important. Internal carotid is a branch of. Okay, forget it. I won't ask anatomy now. So you know internal carotid. So internal carotid is the main or very important artery which passes through that carotid sheath. You know that carotid sheath that is present in the neck. It goes into the cranial cavity and form that circle of Willis, and also it is the main artery that is supplying the brain. So because of hanging, because of the ligature around the neck, this internal carotid artery will be ligated. What will happen? Blood supply of the brain will be cut off and will cause cerebral anoxia and patient will go into coma and will die. Got one very important cause is cerebral anoxia because of arterial occlusion in the neck by ligation and will cause coma and patient will die because of coma. Then second cause of death. The second cause of death is cerebral congestion. Cerebral congestion is because of compression of jugular. Now you know there are superficial veins in the neck like internal jugular, external jugular veins and all. If the ligature is not so tight, only the veins in the neck are compressed but not the carotid artery. You are getting the difference. In first one, internal carotid artery has been compressed, because of which blood supply of the brain has been cut off and it has caused cerebral anoxia, coma and death. And what happens in second cause of the death, that is cerebral congestion, the venous return from the blood will be compressed but not the internal carotid artery. You are getting the difference? आर्टेरियल ब्लड सप्लाई, ब्रेन का आर्टेरियल ब्लड सप्लाई कट नहीं हो रहा, यहाँ क्या कट हो रहा है? What is getting obstructed? Venous return from the brain is obstructed. So large amount of artery से तो blood brain में जा रहा है, लेकिन ये superficial and deep veins in the neck have got obstructed by the ligation, because of which the venous return from the brain will be obstructed, and it will cause large amount of blood accumulated in the brain, that will lead to cerebral congestion. So cerebral congestion is because of compression of jugular vein. Then third cause of death by hanging is asphyxia, what we are studying right now, asphyxia. So asphyxia is because of blocking of the air passage. So गले में कोई भी फंदा, रस्सी, कपड़ा कुछ भी डालने के बाद अल्टीमेटली क्या होने वाला है, लैरिंग्स या वो अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक दबने वाला है. So blocking of the air passage by root of the tongue, and that will press against the pharynx. Blocking of the air passage by the ligature as well as by root of the tongue. So टंग पिछली तरफ जाएगी and the root of the tongue will press against the pharynx and it will completely obstruct the respiratory tract, and the asphyxia will cause death. Fourth important cause of death is shock. Patient will die because of shock, what we call it as vasovagal. अरे लाइट लाओ ना, 1 second, लाइट लाओ. Okay, so where I was, shock. Okay, shock is now very important veins, nerves. Sorry, nerves. They are coming out of the cranium. What we call it as cranial nerves. The very important vital nerve that is supplying the many vital organs in the body. That is vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is coming out and passing through the neck into the thorax and into the abdomen. This vagal inhibition, because of the pressure caused in the neck, this vagal inhibition will cause sudden shock and patient will die. Not because of asphyxial changes, not because of cerebral congestion. The person will die only because of vagal inhibition, what we call it as vasovagal shock, because this vagus nerve supplies the heart, and sudden vagal inhibition will cause stoppage of the heart activity. And patient will die because of vagal inhibition. Then injuries to the spinal cord. Injuries to the spinal cord, that is common in judicial hanging. तो हैंगिंग के बाद या तो सडनली बॉडी ड्रॉप हो गई नीचे, या आदमी समझे पेड़ पे चढ़ के खुद के गले में फंदा लगा के नीचे कूद जाता है. सो दैट सडन ड्रॉप ऑफ द बॉडी विल कॉज इंजुरी टू द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. सो द स्पाइनल कॉलम, सर्वाइकल ना, कौन है रे, कौन ओरडते रे. Injury to the spinal cord. Injury to the spinal cord, which is common in judicial, and I will tell you what is judicial hanging later on. So injury to the spinal column because of sudden drop of the body. जोरात झटक्याने अशी बॉडी खाली गेली गाड्याभोवती फास लावल्यानंतर, इट विल कॉज सडन ट्रॉमा टू द पर्टिक्युलरली सेकंड सर्वाइकल वर्टिब्रा. व्हाट इज द सेकंड सर्वाइकल वर्टिब्रा? व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ सेकंड सर्वाइकल वर्टिब्रा? Hey, anatomy. Atlas or axis? What is the second cervical vertebra? What is the first cervical vertebra? अरे बापरे, अवघडच दिसते anatomy. Okay, करा अभ्यास. First is atlas, and second पण atlas. बर. Okay, second is axis. So this atlantoaxial joint, अरे बापरे, काहीतरी भयंकर उच्चार केला मी, नाही का, माहिती का नाही तुम्हाला काय माहित. So this atlantoaxial joint gets dislodged and it causes compression on the spinal cord and it causes sudden death of the person. That occurs in judicial hanging, and combination of any of the above. So patient can die because of combination of any of this. So किसी एक चीज से ही मरेगा ऐसा नहीं है. So patient can die by any of these causes or combination of any of these. So these are the 5 important causes by which the person will die after hanging. So coma is because of cerebral anoxia that has been caused by obstruction to the arterial blood supply of the brain by compression of carotid artery. Then cerebral congestion is because of no obstruction to the arteries but obstruction to the veins in the neck. Asphyxia because of obstruction of the air passage. Shock is because of vagal inhibition, what we call it as vasovagal shock. Then injury to the spinal column because of dislodgement of atlantoaxial joint that causes pressure over the spinal cord and patient will die suddenly. and combination of any of these five, the death will occur. Got the causes of death in case of hanging? कळतंय का? All the five causes, everyone? बोला रे. Okay, I think we should stop here. बस झालं का? थांबायचं का? हा, याला कशी पटकन यस सर म्हणता, आहे की नाही? Okay, I think we'll stop here today. Tomorrow we will continue the same topic. Tomorrow I don't have exam duty. All the final year theory papers have finished today. From tomorrow, oral practicals are starting immediately from tomorrow. So tomorrow I will not be in the college most probably. So I will take the lecture by 3 p.m. only. If there is any change from my side, I will inform you in the group. Most probably I will start the lecture by 3 p.m. only. Okay, then I will end the meeting for all. Bye. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. We will continue with the hanging only. And please read up. Tomorrow I will ask a few questions. I will ask a few questions randomly. किसी का भी नाम लेके मैं पूछूंगा. Aspexia पे पूछूंगा. Hanging पे पूछूंगा. Whatever we have covered up till today. Aspexia और hanging पे मैं कुछ सवाल पूछूंगा. Burns पे भी पूछूंगा. चलो burns. I give you homework for tomorrow's lecture. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. मेरे नोट जो है, व्हाट आर द पीपीटीज आई हैव शेयर्ड विथ यू, यू जस्ट गो थ्रू दोज पीपीटीज. Three topics I tell you. Burns, I will ask a few questions on burns. I will ask a few questions on asphyxia, and whatever the hanging we have completed up to today, I will ask questions randomly. And if that student is not able to, जैसे मैं नाम लेके पूछूंगा, उसने अगर जवाब नहीं दिया तो I will give now punishment in the form of some writing homework and all. I will give you punishment. So prepared. हार्डली 10 मिनट में मैंने जो अभी 3 टॉपिक बोले हैं वो हार्डली 5-10 मिनट में वो पीपीटी के ऊपर से नज़र फेर लो एक बार. रीड एट वंस और ट्वाइस. आई विल आस्क द क्वेश्चन. इज इट ओके? कल सवाल पूछूंगा मैं. किसी को भी पूछूंगा. चलेगा ना? अभी बोलो ना. हाँ, यस सर. बोलो बोलो. हम्म. पो, पोरांचा काय आवाज येईना अजून. पोरं काय लेक्चर अटेंड करतात की नाही माहित नाही बघा. नुसतं मोबाईल कुठेतरी ठेवून काय कळत नाही काय करतात. सिन्सिअरली खरोखर लेक्चर अटेंड करतात की नाही काही कळत नाही. लक्ष असतं का लेक्चर मध्ये सगळ्यांचं? यस सर. ओरडा ना. आता तरी ओरडा. यस सर. बघू उद्या विचारतो मी प्रश्न. चलो, I will end the meeting for all. Bye. See you tomorrow. Be prepared. Be prepared tomorrow. Tomorrow I will ask you the question. चलो bye. Bye. See you. See you tomorrow.